Shoot, I guess I'm live. uh, God, what to talk about today? I started this new. Um, I've done this before. This thing called rape or hape, however you want to call it. Um, I started doing it again this morning. I haven't done it in years. Um, a short story, I guess. The first time I did it, I had just started meditating, just got into kind of like spiritual stuff, meditating, doing mushrooms, psychedelics. And the day after, or a couple days after, it was like a Monday, and I did this. I did the rape over the weekend. Um, Maybe it was a Saturday or a Sunday. I felt really terrible doing the rape. Uh, not the whole weekend, but initially after doing it, um, I had to lay down. I felt really sick. But then the following Monday, I did meditation again. And all of a sudden, I could feel the energy of my body for the first time, like a vibrating, tingling sensation. And I was like, oh, what's that? And these days, I can feel it much more strongly. I mean, it's been years since then. And then it was very subtle, and now it's like I can feel the energy outside of my body at this point. And so I knew it was doing something, but I didn't know what. And after talking with my acupuncturist, who's more than an acupuncturist, he's really intuitive, and he can see auras, and he's got his own skill sets. And he told me his routine, and now I'm trying it out. I've been doing coffee enemas for a few months now, and those feel really good. In fact, my body wants to do them in the morning. Like I feel this strong sense of urge. I feel a strong urge to go number 2 in the morning. And I'm like, okay, or just wait until I do the coffee enema. I'll do it all at the same time. Because when I try to do it without the coffee enema, it just doesn't want to come for whatever reason. But my body's like telling me like, hey, it's time. Let's do this. And so I've been doing those for a couple months, and he told me his daily practice of these two things. I think he does a bunch of things, but anyways, was to do rape first, and rape clears your aura, or maybe it clears your head. I'm not 100% sure what it does, although I can feel it strongly. I feel like in my third eye, or like the center of my head today, and I don't know how to explain it. It just felt like it was distortion, I guess is the best way to. It was a disturbance in the field. Captain Kirk, there's a disturbance in the field. It sound like I'm talking about Star Trek or something. Anyways, and so, and then the energy goes from my head down to my body. And normally when I've done rape, it's more of like a very spiritual, very sacred thing. But the way that my acupuncturist Peng, the way that he does it is it's almost like scientific, or it's not scientific, but it's not as sacred. And so I kind of try to do it that way. Today, I think it's still both. I mean, it's still sacred, but maybe I'm not treating it with as much reverence. I guess when you do it on a daily, it becomes more of a ritual, and like just something that you want to kind of do quickly. You don't have an hour to spend doing a ceremony for rape, and that's how I feel about it. A lot of you might feel different, but at any rate, so I did the rape for about 5 minutes. Then I did the neti pot flush, which is just I can't remember the name of it, but saline water, and then flush through my nose. There's a couple different ways you can do it. You can just blow your nose with paper towels, but the saline water actually goes up your nose, and it just clears everything out. So that's kind of a nice to have just right after. And like I said, when I've done it in the past, I always feel sick and I just want to like lay down and do nothing. I was like, "Oh, I don't know what's going to happen today." But today I did it. I blew it up each nostril and then I waited for about 5 minutes and then I did the neti pot flush and then I flushed it out and I went right into the coffee enema. And I felt pretty good actually. Like I'm going to continue to do that. I liked it. I liked how I felt. What Peng says, my acupuncturist, he says that it's clearing out your aura, or at least certain parts of it. You know, for me, maybe more the mental, because it brings you down into your body. It grounds you. It's very grounding. And but as it's clearing your aura, it's releasing toxins into your body, right? Because that energy is kind of like I don't know how to explain it, but like if it's in the energetic, it's also in the physical. And so I think that um, I, I'm getting into like hypothetical stuff here now, I guess, but just hear me out, or let's just experiment or play with this a little bit. When you eat lots of junk foods, I've eaten lots of junk foods in my life, still do on occasion. Um, I think those kind of like more negative emotions can attach to those junk foods, to that density of those foods that aren't good for your body. And then, of course, your body moves it around and different things, but you know, you can have traumas stored in different areas, but those traumas kind of attach to that, to those, I don't want to say junk foods because now it's broken up, to the toxins. It attaches to the toxins, or it is the toxins. And so when you clear the toxins out of your body, or when you clear the toxins out of your energy field, your body's like, it's now circulating in your body. Your body's got to like flush it out. It's got to try to get rid of it. So that's why doing the coffee enema after is really good. So you do the rape, clears your auric field, flushes the toxins out through your liver. The liver is your detoxifier for your body. Um, and the coffee enemas stimulate the liver. It has like a sympathetic resonance or something like that, and so it flushes the liver out. And this might be too much information, but just in case you're interested or just want, if you're going to try this yourself, just know, like for me, what was it? I did this early in the morning, and then I kind of had like a little bit of diarrhea around like noon or so. So like 3, 4 hours later. Again, this is my first day of doing it. So, you know, just starting out, doing something new, I would say that's probably not going to be a regular occurrence. But people out there watching this might have worse or better experiences. You know, maybe they don't have any diarrhea, or maybe they get severe headaches, or, you know, who knows, any kind of, we're all different. So this isn't medical advice. So, you know, talk to your physician for any issues you might be having in your body. But yeah, that's something that I tried out, and I really like it. I'm going to continue to do it. I might even up the dosage, but I'll do that over time with the rape, because I did a small amount. I didn't want to overdo it. Um, and we'll see how it goes. Because I bet if I do a larger amount, if I overdo it, I'll probably want to lay down. Maybe, who, I don't know. But at the same time, it might have a greater impact on my aura overall. Might be, you know. So it did affect my mood. That's one thing that my acupuncturist, his name is Peng. What he says for him, and he recommended this to me a while ago, and I hadn't tried it, but I was having sugar cravings, and that was kind of dependent on my mood. So if I'm like feeling down, if I'm feeling tired, if I'm like maybe in a just a low vibrational state, this this rape will just clear all that out, and I'll feel much better after. And I did. I didn't feel like I was in a low vibrational state, but I mean, sometimes I'm not always aware of. I don't know if I'm angry until I get angry about something, like for instance, or I don't know if I'm sad, you know, unless I really sit with myself and listen and stuff. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm so busy in the day to day that I just do. I work. I got kids. I family. I'm doing so many things. It's just kind of like constantly on the go sometimes. And So yeah, I guess I just thought I would share my experience with rape, and how that's benefited me and how I'm going to continue to use it. And who knows? I don't know. Maybe I'll do a video. I'll continue to probably talk about it here and there, but maybe I'll do like a 30 days of doing rape. What happened to me after 30 days, or what happened to me after a year of doing rape and coffee enemas. Um, yeah, well, we'll see, but so far so good. I'm liking the experience. Um, what else? What else have I been doing lately? I'm trying to come up with things to talk about here. Um, I've been going to the gym. I put on a lot of weight. If you watch any of my other videos, I don't know if my face looks skinnier, or my wife said I have a lot more meat on my face. Whatever, whatever that means. Have a lot more meat on my face. A little bit of cow, a little bit of tiger over there. I don't know. Um, so yeah, I've been going to the gym. I feel really good. Um, I feel like the gym has been. I was told that I would start to work on my physicality, and I feel like that's 100% what I've been doing. And I didn't. It wasn't like a self-fulfilling prophecy, because I didn't really think much of it at the time. I was like, oh, okay. I don't know what that means. I'm going to work on my physicality. Well, I've been working on my physicality. I've been going to the gym. I've been eating, trying to fix my gut. I did some. I've done videos on this already, but I did antibiotics for like a couple years, and it really just obliterated my gut. And it's something that takes years to fix too. And so I'm like in the process of fixing that. Eating Bravo yogurt every day. I think it's got over 350 strains of different probiotics. I can't really do vegetables or um, certain things. I guess like I'm on a high meat and fruit diet with a little bit of rice in there, and all those are pretty gentle with the gut until I maybe make it through this period of the next year or two of trying to heal that, and then maybe I can eat more, raw foods or veggies, and add more of that in my diet. Um, but yeah, doing some heavy detoxing right now. And yeah, back to the rape and just and the mood. Um, when you can cleanse your aura and kind of just make yourself feel better, that way, then you tend to make better decisions too in life, whether that's with your family or at your job or what you eat. You're going to be making those decisions from a higher state of being. And I think that's so important. So that's another benefit of it. Um, I don't know what else to talk about. I guess um, I'm going to try to make more videos and try to be more professional with my channel and just get things going. I've been working on a lot of music lately. Maybe I'll share that at some point. We'll see. But I think I've been focused a little bit too much on the music. And yesterday I was working on music, and I wasn't feeling inspired or anything. And something came to me. And I think it was just that I need to be making YouTube videos because I need to serve people. I need to serve others. Um, the music is for me, it's like a creative outlet, but if I only focus on that, I don't think it's gonna take me anywhere. I need to focus on, well, I mean, there's a whole lot of ways that I can help other people, but, you know, this is my way, I suppose. This is the way that I choose to. I don't mind making YouTube videos. Sometimes I don't feel like I have as much to talk about or as much to offer as, like, other people, other readers, or maybe people don't wanna hear what I have to say. Who wants to hear about detoxing and coffee enemas and, rape? You know, I don't know. I'm sure there are people out there that do, but the percentage right now is kind of few and far in between, I think. But yeah, you know, or even doing yoga and stuff, like, a lot of people do yoga, but the type of yoga I do is just it's very structured, and there's a lot of rules in place. Like, you can't eat like 4 hours before, and I can't really teach that, the yoga anyways, but I mean, I'm happy to answer any questions if anybody's, um, is interested in doing yoga. I can guide them in the right place to sign up for the programs and whatever else. But extremely beneficial for my life. I don't think I would be where I'm at right now without yoga, without doing some substantial amount of yoga in my life. Um, yeah, I guess I'll probably just leave it there for today. And you know, if anybody has any questions or they want me to talk about anything particular or something, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. And if you like what I had to say, give me a like, subscribe to my channel. I'll do more stuff like this, and maybe I'll talk about other stuff. Depends on what you guys want to hear. So, um, thanks for listening. See you later.